Well, why not? Just sitting there watching TV all day, so figured why not a couple more turns of this. I'm in the mood. Let's roll with it. Okay, so this is turn 7, and 3 more turns left in this puppy. The rabbit is reaching closer to the end. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Send dispatches, change orders. Again, all we really have is those guys behind the farmhouse that you can't see. Gonna need a 9 or a 10 on this roll to change that, and don't get it. And then we have, I think that's it on needing to change orders for anybody. Yeah, everybody else is good. Move commanders in chief, good there as well. Check for out of command units. Everybody happy? Yes, everybody's good there. First segment of the action phase. See there, we blew right through that. Formation change, wheel, move, or fire. Okay. We'll start with this guy who we could go, you know what? We could do counter battery, but let's try and fire here at this French unit that's already disordered with two attached commanders, one of those being Darlon, the other being Du Passage. See if we can't wreak a little havoc there. Let's roll that up, but let's get rid of an ammunition marker. Roll that up. Yep, this is going to be bad. So they rolled a 10. We're going to add +1 to that, makes 11. So here we go. Let's do the math. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's pretty bad. Uh-oh, here we go. Here's our first wounded commanders of the game. Both, so that's in red, both Darlon and Du Passage have been wounded in this fire. Also, that unit's now routing. We lose another stand. It's a mess. So 3 becomes a 2. Because they route, they back off 2 hexes. 1, 2. I believe they would be in open order since they're routing. They wouldn't maintain formation. What else kind of nonsense has happened to this poor unit? Let's see. Routing marker. That here. Wow, this is a real mess here. I will say that. So, good Lord. All right, now we need wounded markers for these guys. They get wounded again, they're gone. Well, I knew that was a gamble, but I didn't think it would actually happen. Wow, okay, that's an opening round, huh? 2, 3, or a 4 anywhere. Yeah, we have a 4 and 03. So 4. All right, so for the next action, that would be, and these guys aren't going to be able to do anything until the rally phase, so they're just out both segments. Let's see if we can return the favor there. I doubt it. Roll a 10, maybe. Roll a 9. Our unit's half strength. Let's see what they do. No fire modifier, so 9, 10, 11. 12. That's the best we're going to get there. 12 is a -4 morale check. Wow, rolled a 3. That's a -1. They did not pass that. I don't even have to do the math on that, so they're disordered. And then these guys here. Roll a 2. That's pretty awful. 3, 4. Yep, nothing there. Okay. That was order number 4. And we'll take a look at... We do have a 5 here. These guys are unlimbered and can fire. Let's see if we can route these 95th rifles. We got to get something going here. Something. Remove an ammo marker. I may or may not have been forgetting to do that on some of these guys. Roll a 2. Awesome. That's terrible. 2. No fire modifier. 3, 4. Yep, nothing there. Then we move to 6. Do we have a 6 or a 7? Dun, 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 dun. I don't see a 6. I do see a 7. That's our crosshairs. If they do a formation change, they can get rid of disorder. I wonder if they can also get rid of fatigue. I took that for granted before. I'm going to check that rule. We should both at once. Fatigue. Route. Okay, that's going to be a whole separate deal. So all they can do is shed disorder. That was 7. Bring us to 8, which is the lights in the farmhouse and the 95th rifles. Rifles will lose disorder. That'll be their move. And then guys in the farmhouse firing at the orchard. Let's see what they can do. Roll a 1. I'm not even going to bother with that. So nothing there. That was 8. And then 9 over here on the French right. Right here. I'm going to have these guys in square who are disordered will lose disorder. These guys can't do anything. Let's see if we can... let's fire here. No, they lost disorder. Let's fire here. Roll that up. Roll a 10. Awesome. 10 and fire value, no. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 it is. 14 is a disorder. Awesome. So now both Scots Greys are disordered. Well, awesome for the French, not the Scots Greys. That's done. Where's my 10s and 11s? Anybody? Don't see you. Moving on to 12. Yes. We have a 12 with this final group here. They will move here. You know, I almost can't listen to YouTube anymore. It's just constant commercials. It's getting worse. I appreciate that it's free, but I mean... Alright, so they're done. That was 12. That's what we did there. And then 13. Any 13s? Any See a 14. So it looks like 14 it is. 14 is the grays. They can't do anything. They'll shed disorder. So that's done. 15. Whosoever shall be it that has 15, these guys do. All right, we'll fire at 95th again. And what can we do with that? Nothing, probably, with a 7. This is getting tedious. 7. Fire value on the unit card, that is nothing. 7. 8, 9, 10. And we don't even get anything. So there's that. Firing into the farmhouse. Also, we're going to need like a 9 or a 10 on this guy. Maybe we'll get it. Let's try. Roll a 4. So that's nothing. That starts out as a 1 because of the defense of the farmhouse. That was 15. Who's 16? Who here among you? This would be these guys here. Again, had that open lane but lost it. And they'll just have to sit tight. I mean, it's going to take them 1, 2, 3, 5 turns to get set up over on the flank here. That was 16. Then we have... Is there a 17? Yes, that is the fellows in the orchard. Are you guys going to do anything? Roll them high. Got a 10. Here we go. Add it up. 11, 12, 13, 14. And drops back down to an 11. It's not going to be much, but it's something. And you got, well, -4 morale check. Roll a 9. They probably got that. Let's check it up. Thought I had something there, but just can't. I just can't get it. With their stinking morale, no, that's 6. Morale of 6. So 9. They're at 15 already. 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, good Lord. 2021. Yeah, they're fine. So nothing there. That was number 17. And by Devils 17, 18. Do we have an 18? We do have an 18 right here. Shed ye disorder. Fire with this unit. I guess one's as good as another. We'll fire. They're both targets are 2 strength. So let's see what we can do here. Make sure I haven't missed any. Okay. Roll a 2. I don't think that's good enough for anything. As you can hear me sigh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just missed something. Brings us to 19. We do have a 19 as these limbered folk here. We're going to go right here. That'll be their move. And here, done. 20. I don't think we have a 20. I don't see a 20. I thought there was a 21 though, no? Is that it for the attack orders? I believe it is. Okay. Just double checking. All right, then that leaves the defense order over here. They can fire, they just can't conduct melee. Both of them will do so now. Roll a 6, 7. What is there? 7, 8, 9, 10. Nothing. We'll have to roll a 7 or higher on the other guy, and he rolled a 3, so there's going to be nothing there either. So that's it for the defense order. No more maneuver orders. That brings us to the second segment of the action phase. This is our melee cavalry charge. Second segment. Cavalry charge melee. Let's go with number 4 here. Yes. Yep. So melee into there. Roll to 4. No melee fire value. 5, 6, 7, 8. No attached commander. And that's going to drop down to 7, so nothing. And let's try here. Same thing, not going to be any better. So nothing going on there. That was unit group order number 4. That leaves 8. No, 7. 7 is our crosshairs over there, but they're fatigued. I'm still going to try something. Maybe I'll get lucky. Let's roll that up. 6. Okay, I'm done with YouTube. Bye. 6. Can't listen to music. It's all commercials. Number 7. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No attached commander. And then it drops 5, so nothing doing there. And then the other crosshair unit, a 10, may have something there for the one on the far left. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17. Attached commander. 18, 19, 20. Drops back down to 15 for being in square. We have now shuffled through an entire deck of combat results cards. We have to reshuffle those. 15. Remove a stand in disorder. Gladly. Happily, gladly do so. He is disordered. Drops from a 4 to a 3. That's that. And then what else does that leave? That leaves, that was order number 7. I guess we didn't do that yet. All right, well, we'll do it now. Order number 8 is our lights in the farmhouse. 95th Rifles are not going to conduct melee. Roll to 3, that's pitiful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Nope. I don't even have to finish adding that up. It's not going to be enough for anything there. That was 8. 9 over here will be next. Square can't do anything. Well, these guys can't do anything, so we'll fire. Let's fire. No, we can't fire. Melee here. Melee phase, not fire. Roll a 7 on that one. Blues, nothing. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. Attach commander, 13, 14. They're in line, drops down to 13. Let me try and shuffle these real quick. 13. As I quickly shuffle. What shall be 13? Remove a stand disorder. What shall be 13? They are now half strength, dropping from a 3 to a 2. And they're disordered. Do that A. Number 9. Do we have a 10 or 11? I don't see it. So, brings us to 12, which are these guys. By disorder, that's their action. Seems hokey, but that's how it works. 13. I don't think there's a 13. So that leaves 14, which is the Scots Greys. These guys can charge. Let's try and charge. I guess we'll charge these guys. They need to roll to see if they can form square. Probably will, because they have an attached commander. Yeah, they rolled a 9. They're fine. Oh, God. But this becomes slightly interesting, because now that they're forced to form square, if you remember, we've got this unit here that can just chip away at the square pretty handily. So that's cool. Assuming you can see and I'm not off camera. There we go. So there's our square. Those guys are now disordered and fatigued for charging and charging a square. But we'll still roll it. And what's that going to be? 3. That's not going to be good enough. These guys are going to lose fatigue. That's their action. That was 14. Brings us to 18. And 18's right here. So let's go with this. Roll a 5. 5 melee value on those guys. 0. Attached commander. Got Wellington attached to him. 5. He's got a 4 bonus, so now we're at 9. No, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and down to 13. We got it with a 13, and that's going to be disorder here. And then these guys here. Same exact thing, unless, what is that attached commanders? That is a 2 rather than a 4, so that drops to an 11. No, 1. He has a 1? That is still an 11. You know what? I better just add it up to just be sure. I want to be fair here, not lazy. We're in the melee phase. Printed, no. Roll 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 11. And drops 2, so no, they did not get it. They're done. And then we have, that was 18. I think that's it. Let me double check. We've got those guys with the defense order over there, but they can't attack in melee. Anyway, so that is any routing unit. We do have a routing unit. These guys here. We'll need to conduct a rally. Try and rally, rather. And if they fail, they move yet another hex closer to the table edge, and you can conceivably route off table, at which point that unit will be gone. So let's see what they can do. Roll to 4. Not very promising. What is our morale? Basic morale value is 4, so now we're at 8, 9, 10. Attached commander. 11, 12. They did not make it, so they stay screwed up and move 1 hex further away from the action. We're going to have some out of command. This is going to create some problems because our attached commanders here, these guys now have no commander, so they're going to be out of command next turn. And that's a problem. Not good. That's the end of turn 7. Turn 8. The rabbit moves closer to the end. Turn 8. You know what I'm thinking, right? With only 2 turns left, and we might be able to just knock this out and be done. I shouldn't say it like that, but I mean, there's only 2 turns left here, so we'll see. This is turn 8 of a 9-turn gig. Well, let's fail at trying to bring these guys out of reserve, because we're going to need a 9 or a 10, and we never get it, and there's a 3. Same thing continues. Move commanders in chief. Yes, please. Can a wounded commander in chief still move 2? Because Darlon's wounded, if you remember. I don't see any effect to his movement ability. 1, 2. Now, if I put him here, that'll put them back in command, because they can run command through the commander-in-chief. So that works. But he does have a -1 on all his other values, and if he gets wounded again, he's gone. Okay. Anybody else? No. Check for out of command units. We just basically did that, essentially. Everybody's happy. And that brings us to our fire movement phase once again. Starting with Unit 2 here. Something fell out. There we go. Unit 2 2, 3. Let's fire there. These guys are only 2 strength as it is. Maybe we can get something. Maybe not with a 4. I don't know how that's going to work. Firing. We're firing 4. Long range should be a +1 modifier. That'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and no, we got nothing there except the shedding of an ammo marker. That was 2. I don't think there is a 3, is there? I don't remember there being a 3. So that brings us to 4. These guys are 4. Shed this order. Fire here. Got a 9. Hallelujah. How high can we go? 9, 10, 11, 12. That's as high as we can go. I guess so. What's 12 going to be? -2 morale check. He rolled a 3. And let's see how. I'm pretty sure he's disordered, but let's add it up. Where's my? Here it is. Basic morale value is a 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Task commander. 10, 11. Really? 5. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 14. Yeah, they're fine. So that was a waste of time. That was 4. Order 4. Order 5 or 6. Don't see a 5. Yeah, we do have a 5 here. I will keep trying to. You know what? I'm not doing that. I'm firing at this other artillery unit. I can't get anything with that. Firing at that single 95th Rifles unit. I can't. It's just a waste of time. Can't get anything going there. Roll to 6. Six will be. Oh no, no fire value. So 6, 7, 8, 9 is it? That's the best I can get on that. He's done. 5, 6, or 7. I think yes. Don't we have a 6 or a 7 over there? Nothing we can do with it though. That leaves 8. 95th Rifles will fire. And get a 2. Not very good. +3 modifier though, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Every time I try and do something over here in this area, nobody ever rolls anything. Give me something decisive here. It's just non-assertive uselessness. 5. Here we go. Same thing. The light infantry in the farmhouse firing into the orchard rolls a 5. They have a modifier of 3, though, right? Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's firing? 9, 10, 11, 12. Drops back down to an 11 because of the orchard. 11 is a -2 morale check. My biggest complaint about this game is in the amount of morale checks you have to roll. It's a waste of time. Roll a 4. What is their morale? That is unit 3, so their morale is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14. I was back down to 12, so they're fine. You know what I need? First of all, I need this commander in the orchard with them. That would help, I believe. Or so I tell myself. That was 8. Where's 9 at? 9's over here. 2 of my units in square. Let's fire here. Rolled a 2. That's awesome. That's going to be nothing. They don't have... Yep. No fire modifier there. 2, 3. So nothing there. Let's fire here. Ooh, we got a 10. It's going to be 11. Target 12. What do we get for 12? -2 morale check. However, if they fail, they can rout. They will rout. Roll a 9. They're going to be fine. I'll add it up anyway. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Scots Grays, morale of 7. Attached commander. So 7. We're at 16, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we're good there. No routing for them. These guys have no target. They will elect to swing around. Now the edge of the board is actually right here. It runs along this way. So he's got 1 hex he can just slide into there at some point, conceivably. There, he's done. That was order number 9. 10 or an 11. Does anybody see a 10 or 11? No. So that brings us to 12. We all know who 12 is. Oh, another tree fell. That's yet another shot. 12 right here. Let's fire at the square. Let's test this theory. So now we're firing at a square this time. Bunch of squares. Let's see if we can fare any better. Well, we're going to fare better because I rolled a 10, so there's that. Let's see just how much better. 10 plus 2 fire value helps, so that's 12. Half strength, so only 13, 14. And target is in square 15, 16, 17, 18. See, it does help firing at your square. So cavalry served its purpose by forcing them to form square, allowing the infantry to just chip away here. We've got a 3 that goes to a 2. And disorder. No retreat. So that worked effectively enough. That was 12. That brings us to, I don't think there is a 13. So then we skip to 14, which is the Scots Grays. We can shed this order here. We can't fire. That was 14. Any 15s? Do you see a 15? Yes, 15 here. Firing at 95th Rifles. 15. Roll a 3. So, we just continue with the horrible rolls. Nothing happening over there. That is 3. No fire modifier. 4, 5. A 5. You see what I mean? That's just ridiculous. Firing into the farmhouse. I'm telling you, we're going to need at least a 9. Probably a 10. Well, we got a 5. I swear. 5, 6, 7. That's not good enough either. So, for just one stinking little unit in open order there in the farmhouse, they sure are faring well. That was, let's see, 15. Looking for a 16 or a 17. Do have a 16. It's these guys that can't fire. So now we're looking for a 17 or an 18. I believe it's going to be 8. Oh, we do have a 17. 17 is the folks in the orchard. Folks in the orchard, they're going to get it done. I know it. It's going to happen. Watch. They're going to roll a 9 or a 10, and they're going to do something here. They rolled a 5. Folks in the orchard, you're fired. And that is +1 fire modifier. So now we're at 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, not enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. And these guys wasted because they can't move into the orchard. It's already a unit in there. That was 17. Brings us to 18. Yes, right here. Firing away. Rolled an 8. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? 8. +2 is a 10. All of them are firing. So 11, 12, 13, 14. Got a unit in column. So now we're at 16. 16. Remove a stand, disorder, and retreat. So now they're down to 1. They pull back. Well, why would they pull back there when they can pull back here? So they pull back here. And disorder. These guys. What about these guys? You know what? I think I'm actually going to pull them up now. When you gain ground after firing, I believe it is optional. Yep, optional, not required. Well, we're going to do that this time and go right here and press the issue because we can knock that unit out in melee, right? Yes. You with me? Good. There we go. This unit's potentially gone once we hit melee, so there's that. And then these guys here, right? Also firing. Well, 3 shouldn't amount to much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, 10, 11. We just got something. -2 morale check. Rolled a 10. They're fine. That was 18. We have a 19 here that is limbered. 1, 2. Yes, let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and unlimber our artillery here. Right here. These guys right here. They're going to be ready to fire next turn. What is next turn? The last turn? Turn 9? What are we on? 8? Let's see there. That was 19. Are we done with our attack orders for the first segment of the action phase? I believe no, we're not. We've got our squares over here that can fire. Last but not least, this one will shed disorder, actually. The other one will fire, though. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's see, firing. Nothing going to happen unless we get a real hefty roll. Got a 10. Take it. 10. Well, now we're at 12, but then we get 13. 14. What is a 14? 14 is a -2 morale check. Rolled an 8. They should be okay. Their morale value is a 7. So now we're at 15. 16, 17, 18. No attached commander. Yep, they're fine. That might be it for, yes. Who was that? Way high up. That's who it was. Okay. Now we're at second segment. So charges and melee. Second segment. And then try and rally these guys. Who goes first? These guys always go first, do they not? What can we do here? 7? No, this is a melee phase. They can't do that. So that means I feel like there was a 4 somewhere. Okay, I guess I dreamed it. Well, yeah, there is a 4. It's these guys, but well, they're still. So here's the thing with this: when you fall out of command in a turn, you actually aren't marked out of command until the beginning of the next turn. So technically, these guys are still in command, right? These guys being these guys. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to mark the targets of these Scots Greys so I don't get confused on who should be in square and who shouldn't be. So, for instance, when I'm looking over here, I'm seeing this guy adjacent to a Scots Grey unit and thinking, why is he not in square? That's because they're attacking the adjacent unit. So that'll help me keep track of that. Let's roll that up. We rolled a 9. That's just fine. 9 is fine. Melee value on them? No. 10, 11. 12, 13. And back down to 12. Not the best. Whoa, but look at the result for 12. Typically, that wouldn't be good. But it is. So 12 is remove a stand, disorder, and retreat. Awesome. Drop from 4 to a 3. Kind of a wake-up call for them. A reality check, if you want to look at it that way. No, not them. I think I'm losing my mind. All right, here we go. Them, 3. Which way do I want to go? We'll go back this way. He'll fall back as well. And they have to move up, remember, because it's melee. It's mandatory here. It's not optional. So these guys just passed each other like two ships in the night. That's strange. But that's where we're at. I'm not going to be so out of command. It ain't going to be funny. That was order 4. 5, no. 6, 7, 7, yes. So for 7, they're both fatigued. We'll shed fatigue. That brings us to 8 or 9. 8, yes. Not the 95th Rifles, though. Let's go here. Lights, Malian into the... Well, I think that could be something if they knock them out of the orchard there. It's possible. Roll a 7 here. That is... Nope, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Unit Group Commander, 12, 13. And then 11, 10. Nope, didn't do it. Just kind of stuck over here, I guess. That was 8. We need 9. 9 is over here, if you remember. Shed the disorder. And can't do anything here because nobody in range. But we can do something here. We shall fire. Or no, we cannot. I keep forgetting that this is melee, and they cannot conduct melee against cavalry, so they're done. At least I'm remembering things. I mean, at the last minute. 9 and then 10. 10 or 11 or 12. I don't see that. That was 9. So that leaves just these units here, 3 units here, 1, 2, 3, for the rest of this melee phase. So who's next? 12, 14, and 18. These guys are next. This sole remaining unit here, who did pretty good against the square and firing. So let's see what they do against the square with melee. An 8 will help that. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's just 14. What is a 14? -2 morale check. Roll an 8. Let's see, 8 on this. And this basic morale value is what? 3? That's terrible. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Attached commander. 14, 15. Drops down to 13, so he's fine. That was 12, 14, and 18. These guys are going to shed fatigue, yes. And these guys will try and charge that square. They're going to become disordered and fatigued for doing so, but again, we might get lucky with a high roll. That is not a high roll. I'm not even going to add that up. It's already a -5 for attacking a square, and a 4 isn't going to do it. That was 12, 14, and then 18. 18 is here. Should disorder. And here's where we might knock out another unit here. French unit here down to 1 strength. This could happen. Oh, I think it's going to happen. Rolled a 9. Exciting stuff. Melee value on them is 0. That's pitiful. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wellington gives us another 4, right? 15, 16, 17, 18. It goes back down to 16. No, there's disordered, so they don't get that rank bonus, so it is an 18. All right, guys, here we go. Gone. Gone. And to make matters worse, you see this? You see what just happened? So the Erlon's gone. He was attached to this unit that just got eliminated. And if the unit gets eliminated, so too does the attached commander. He's gone. I say surprisingly because it's quite surprising. Wow, okay. We just lost our commander-in-chief as the French. I don't think that has any real bearing. They have to take ground, so they'll move up. It's kind of strange the way things are taking place over here. Let me check and verify if losing the commander-in-chief amounts to anything. It would if it was Wellington. That would mean a French victory. Otherwise, okay, so here's what happens. Yes, I lost my commander-in-chief, but he gets replaced with by random draw of a replacement commander card. So we'll go to page 16 and see what loss of commander. All right, back and forth, back and forth. What is... My final question is, where does he get placed? I'm not seeing it. 16. This doesn't happen often, so I'm not familiar with it. It's... Well, this says that he can only be replaced if his unit group is still alive, but that he's not a unit group commander, he's a commander-in-chief. And I'm not seeing where it says he can come, where he comes back on board. So what I will do is place him here. That's the complete edge bottom of the French board here. And since he's dead, I'll have to remove his card and replace that card with a replacement commander card. Where in the hey, who are those at? Randomly, it says. Live filming here, guys. And I got to dig through all these cards and look for a replacement commander card. There's one. Perfect. That was not as painful as I thought it would be. And he is awful. Look at his stats. It's all ones. That's ridiculous. I mean, that guy is like, might as well be me or you out there. That's just beautiful. All right. That was a thing. That was order 18. I think that's it. Yeah, that is the end of, well, here's our rally phase, and we've got this unit here that wants to rally. Yes, no. This unit here being this unit here. Can he rally? I don't know. I don't know what that roll is. He did not rally. He rolled a 1, and that's not good enough for anything. But all is not lost. He moves one more hex now. If he fails another rally attempt, he's gone. And I was going to say, but not all hope is lost, because he's essentially moved into the same hex as the commander-in-chief. But remember, this commander-in-chief is useless because he's a replacement. So I feel like the French took a turn for the worst. I feel like the Anglo-Allied army has arced. That's the end of turn, for God's sakes, what, 8? The rabbit has reached the end of his run. We're at turn 9. Final turn. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe so. Let's just do it. Final turn. What is that? What is on the TV? What is that? Oh, it's at the end. We gotta back that up. My living room just reached the end. I have to rewind my living room. There we go. Rewound. Final turn. Final turn. Then the Anglo Allies still control all the objectives. The French haven't reached any of them. Not one. They're not going to reach that one this turn. They're not going to reach that one this turn. So essentially, the French have probably lost. The only one we can hope to get is the one in the farmhouse. We're going to need a hefty roll to do that. We have nobody that can move fast enough, far enough to reach that objective. And that would entail changing orders, etc. I'm going to tentatively call it a British victory, but we'll play out the final turn just because that's how many turns it is. And I've played the rules according to the way they meant to be played. I haven't fiddled with anything, so I'm fairly proud of that as well. I don't normally do that. All right, turn 9. It's going to be a little weird, though, because we're going to have this area here. Let's try one final time to release Prince of Wales Dragoons over there behind the farmhouse. Oh, no, they just sat there stuck in reserve the whole game. Awesome. That was our final attempt on that. Move commanders in chief. Move them where? They're fine where they're at. Check for out of command units. Well, I will. How about that? Out of command. Was that it? I thought it was going to be hairier than that. Well, that's it. It's just that guy out of command. Okay. First and final segment of the first segment of the action phase. So here's our final fire and movement phase of the game. All right. These guys will fire first. Roll a 10. That's a good start to the final turn. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Firing at artillery makes it 15. Let me guess, a morale check. No, remove a stand and disorder. Awesome. He's down to a 1 strength. And he is disordered. Cool. We actually did a thing. That was 2. Who wants to fire next? I'll take the lowest bidder. So 5. These guys who are disordered shed disorder. That's theirs. So 6. 5, 6, or 7. We have these guys here, the cuirassiers, which cannot fire, will not move. That brings us to, assuming I did not skip a 6, that brings us to an 8. 95th Rifles, once again, will try and do anything. Actually, they've held their own pretty good. They're still in the sand pit. Can't complain too much. They rolled an 8. That's good. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What does that mean? Remove a stand, disorder, and retreat. Look what they've done. Look what they have done. Dropped them from a 3 to a 2. Pushed them back. So they don't have to worry about being attacked in melee. And disordered them. Yes, the 95th Rifles did all that. Living up to their name. Let's see if this light infantry unit and the farmhouse can do anything. Give me a 10. 7. That's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 14 it is. Are we still getting the high stuff? Yes, remove a stand in disorder, but no retreat results, so they get to stay in the orchard. Out from 4 to a 3, blocking the camera, I'm sure. They could have easily caused them to retreat out of there, but they're still holding the orchard. Bless their hearts. 8 and a 9 anywhere? Yes, over here. Got our squares that will be firing here. And he will move, so he will be in place for melee. That'll be his action. Not that it will amount to much. Roll 2, not going to be good enough. Fire here. Because when you're in square, even though let's say they were full strength at 4, if you're in square, you only benefit from one of those stands. Because we're in square. He rolled a 1, that's even worse. The French are just unraveling before our very eyes. That's number 9. I don't think there's a 10 order number. So now we look for 11, which I don't think there is either. That brings us to what? 12, which is this lone unit here, who will try and finish off this square. Well, they won't finish them off because the best result they can hope to get is remove one stand. It's always just one stand that gets removed in a combat result. It's never 2 or more. But roll a 1. Roll 1, no fun. Roll 9, just fine. Fire value, I'm going to add it up anyway, but I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. No, nothing doing there. That was 12. I don't think there's a 13, right? So that means 14, which is the Scots Greys, who cannot move or fire, but can shed some stuff by. That was 14, and then 15. Yes, 15 is here. Shed this order. Fire into the farmhouse. Again, if we don't get a 9 or a 10, it's just pretty much a lost cause. We got a 5. 5, that's unit 3, so 5, 6, 7. That's nothing. They got nothing. It's just sitting pretty in the farmhouse. 15, 16. Yeah, that artillery unit that I can't do anything with. 17. I think I've been doing one thing wrong, and that is assuming that you cannot fire when you're disordered. Now, if you want to remove disorder, conduct a formation change, essentially do nothing, and you remove disorder. But that's not to say that you cannot still fire. You can, just with a penalty, and I have not been doing that. Now, as I've been doing it for both sides, it's still balanced, but I've been forgetting that. Let me verify that. If you're disordered, this is something fundamental that I should have a firm grasp on. But I want to be certain. Disorder. Yeah, you can still fire. But it loses loses the bonus for firing against a target with multiple ranks. Well, let's fire then. Roll a 9. Will that mean anything to you, 9? And that's unit 6. So now it's a 10. 11, 12, 13. No bonus since we're disordered. And that means we're going to drop 3 for firing into the farmhouse, which makes 10. And once again, the same problem. The defense of the farmhouse comes through. That was 17. Is there an 18? No. Yes. There is an 18. Our 18 consists of a routing unit and an out of command unit. Now, when you're out of command, can you fire? Yes. You cannot move. You cannot attack in melee. You can fire. So let's fire. Roll a 1. All right, done with that. Bye-bye. That was 18. And then 19. You know how much I would love to just blow this 95th Rifles right out of the damn sand pit? Just out of spite, because French are losing. And I actually have sand in there. All right, let's go. Roll a 9. We may just have blown the 95th Rifles in the smithereens. 1 2-hex range instead of 3 now, so that's a +2 my fire modifier. Roll a 9, so now we're at 11. Already there. 12, 13, 14. 14 it is. Something good. No. It's not something good. It's a -2 morale check. God. Frustration. Basic morale value 8. Roll a 6. 15. Drops down to 13. Yeah, they're fine. Passed a morale check. Shed an ammo marker. Not that matters. It's the last turn anyway. That was 19. 20, 21, something along there. No. Defense order. Well, these guys can still fire. What's the point? I am going to gloss over the squares firing. It's just not going to affect anything, even if they get accomplish anything or not. So we'll gloss over that. And that brings us to second segment and final segment of the game, melee and charges. We are almost there, folks. It's been a long, laissant battle. Who starts? So again, we would start with the crosshairs. When it's not going to amount to anything, success or not. That brings us to 8. I'm going to roll for these guys to see if they can push them out of the orchard. Roll a 9. It could possibly happen. Let's see. What is their melee value again? It is 0. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Attached commander, 14, 15. 13, 12. It's not going to do it, I don't think. Oh, it did it. They pushed him out of the orchard. That's awesome. Look at that. They lost a stand. They're disordered. Actually, they're already disordered, so now they're routing. They routed them out of the orchard. That is awesome. So 1, 2. Right out of there. Look at that. Isn't that something? Cleared the British couldn't ask for a better outcome here. They've only lost one unit. They've kept everything out of the orchard and the farmhouse at this point. Wow. That was, what was that, 17? No, that was 8. Then that brings us to 9 over here. It's not going to matter. Success or not, these things will not matter. I don't have I won't be knocking any units out because this guy, the lowest we have over here, this guy had a strength of 2. And again, the highest you can get on the combat results table is remove 1 stand, so he won't be knocked out, so I'm not rolling for that. 9, 10, 11, 12. Nobody's going to be getting knocked out here. 13, 14. We may potentially have, if you're fatigued, how does that affect? I want to see if I can knock that unit out that's down to 1 strength. But the attacking cavalry unit is fatigued. May not charge, and they attack and melee at -2. So just a normal melee attack. Now, if you were charging and it was against a non-square, they'd have that +10 modifier, but it's just a regular melee attack with a penalty. Rolled a 6. Their melee value is 79. No attached commander. 10, 11, 12. 13. Target in square. No, it's not going to be anything. Because you got a -5 for being in square and they're fatigued. So it's not going to be anything. That was 14. Let's see, 15. 15 is here. All we have is this unit here, which isn't going to do a damn thing unless they can roll a 9 or a 10. Rolled an 8. It's still not going to be good enough, though. Only way to attack that farmhouse, again, I need support, I need an attached commander, and I need a high roll. None of which I've accomplished. So that's not the way. The way I've been doing is not the way to do it. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No attached commander. It drops to 12 because they're in open order. And then you've got that -3 modifier for being in the stinking farmhouse. So there's nothing there. That was 15. I don't think there is a 16, is there? Yeah, but there's nothing they can do. 17, nothing they can do. They just got pushed out of the orchard. 18. What do you got? Is this 18? 18 here. Again, 18 over here. This target is a 2 strength, so even if I did get a remove a stand, I wouldn't be able to eliminate it, so no point rolling that. And that might be the game. 18, 19. Nope, we got 19 here, but nothing they can do. Those guys, no point. Is that it? Yes. Okay, that's game. All right, done. 9 turns. Rabbit is done running. And the British, outstanding victory. I mean, outstanding. They eliminated double the units that they had themselves eliminated. They've kept control of all 3 objectives. This one here, and the farmhouse. The only thing they have to really complain about is this stinking Prince of Wales light dragoons that were stuck in reserve, and I didn't even end up needing them, to be honest with you. You think I'm making that up, but they're right here. It's one little unit with an attached commander stuck in reserve there. Everything else worked fine, and in retrospect, I feel like, again, a more methodical attack in the farmhouse, that is with support for that +2, an attached commander, and a high roll, I might have been able to break into that farmhouse and get an objective. And then focusing more on movement through the center here to that objective, and just saying hell. What I should have said to hell with is this objective. Initially, I said to hell with the farmhouse, but there was just too much of a red wall to ever hope to take this objective. So I should have focused on the left and the center. Center, more movement, and left, more methodical strategic attack. So, and honestly, there's really no point and taking the orchard. Just focus on the farmhouse. They want to hang out in the orchard, that's their problem. So if I had it to do over, a few things different, but again, a lot of it, as it's a game, depends on those die rolls. So that was a hell of a thing because I don't typically finish games to the very end, the specified amount of turns to be played. B, I don't typically play the rules the way they're meant to be played. I've done all of the above. All of the above. Wow. And I've already started thinking this morning about what's next. And I've been wanting to do, and I don't know how. And being as I like the snow so much, how to do something with where this battlefield becomes snow covered and not permanent. So there's easy ways to make this look like snow on here, but I want to be able to make it not look like snow when I'm done. So there's that. And I feel like I'll be moving back to the system I was using, and no lack of systems here on this channel. The system I was using before this 9-turn lace on scenario, which is, I guess, buckets of dice. Not the commands and colors where you roll dice for each section, which I also like, but the system where you have command actions you roll for, and then everybody goes in the unit activation phase. That system. Using probably commands and colors, or I don't want to do another. I don't think I want to do another Battles of Napoleon scenario. Things I don't like about this system, which I've already said, the morale checks are far too many, and the time it takes to roll those morale checks versus the result you could potentially hope for is just not good enough. I understand you can get a unit to rout that way, but it seems to be uh, not very often. I wish they would change that. And then it's too easy to shed disorder. When you receive a disorder marker, you should be just like being out of command. You should be um, stuck with that disorder marker at least for the duration of the turn in which you received it. Because there's been many times over here where somebody fires, causes them to take a disorder marker, and then they activate next and immediately shed the disorder marker. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't feel like they would be able to shed the disorder or recover from disorder that quickly, that rapidly. That's it. The rest of it I like. I like the orders, the initiative, determining who goes when based on what order they have. I Again, other than the morale checks, I like the combat mechanism and combat results table enough. Maybe it could be a little bloodier. You only ever can hope for a removal of a single stand. I guess that's maybe realistic. I don't know. But that's it. That's my thoughts on the system. And it's obviously one of my favorite systems. I've been playing it for years off and on. I still remember the very day this game showed up. Gigantic box, board game. And it was a hot summer day. And I was just beat completely dead from cutting the grass at my significant other's family's house who were on vacation. And the mailman showed up with this big box, and it just game changer, man. Been playing it ever since. One of the best systems that I've stumbled upon. All right, I guess that's it. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. This has been a long liaison battle. 9 turns, British won. Kept the French out of the farmhouse. Pushed them out of the orchard. Got a couple of units knocked out. Good day for the British. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. We'll talk next time we talk.